Farmers in Huntington and Wells counties lost millions of dollars due to the failure of local grain mills in 2020.
And now those farmers are speaking out, warning another grain failure is on the horizon if things don't change. Wayne 15's Taylor Williams sat down with farmers for their first on-camera interview and has their reaction.
More than 200 farmers and/or groups were impacted by the grain elevator closures. About a dozen sat down with me, many still frustrated, hurting, and looking for a change.
That's life-changing to my family, to my grandkids. I mean, that affects generations when you lose $450,000.
This time last year, several farmers in Huntington and Wells County were surprised by the closure of Salamone Mills and Aglin Grain. Now, as many head back out into the field to plant, several are worried about their futures. March of 2020, the Indiana State Department of Agriculture and the Indiana Grain Buyers and Warehouse Licensing Agency temporarily suspended the mills' licenses. A month later, the mills voluntarily surrendered their licenses and were foreclosed on after defaulting on 2 loans. The Indiana Grain Indemnity Fund is set up by the farmers with farmers' money to help those impacted when grain mills fail. Much like insurance, when a failure occurs, the fund pays farmers for their losses. However, nearly a year after the failure, and many have yet to receive their funds.
How would you like to work 12 months out of the year and then at the end of that year want a paycheck and be told, oh, sorry, there's no money to pay you? That's how it is for us.
Bills authored in the wake of the failures of Salamone Mills and Aglin Grain are currently waiting for hearings in the State House and Senate. The bills establish a fund for ongoing training of agency staff, build better communication between failing companies in the state, and establishes a definition of conflict of interest. But farmers warn that if changes aren't made, more farmers across the state will soon face the same fate. Farmers ask that lawmakers back House Bill 1483 and Senate Bill 346, and if they oppose the bill, to come talk to them. They say that the situation is far from over. Reporting in studio, Taylor Williams, Wayne 15 News.